guys, welcome back to True Crime with Shannon, where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Well, we've got beautiful Michael Vaughan, aka Monkey, on the screen. As today there was some developments in the case, and I choose to view them that the police have something going on, as well as the state attorney's office, that they have this under control. So let's get into it, and I'm, of course, as always, anxious to see what you all think, because as you guys all know, Michael's case is close to my heart. I've been following his case for a bit over a year now, and about, a year and a half, close to there. And it's definitely one that just has me. I've fallen in love with this sweet boy, and I'm with him in getting justice for him all the way to the end. So let's check out today's update on the case. All right, this update has to do with Sarah Wondra. Now, a lot of us are familiar with her because she has been in custody and was just released from her mental evaluation, saying that she was fit, to answer for her charges in court. That said, today she was in court, and the judge is seeking to dismiss the charge against her for the failing to report a death. So this has been dismissed. And, of course, there's Sarah Wondra. And like I said, initially, this news hit me, and I thought, what the hell? But, like I said, I have the utmost faith in this department in Fruitland and this district attorney's office. And I'll be honest with you, I'm hoping that that's going to carry this case all the way to the end and get justice for Michael and bring him home to his family. So this is KTVB7, which we all know is one of the best in coverage for local on Michael's case. Fayette County, Idaho. The judge in the case of Sarah Wondra dismissed the charge of failure to report a death in connection to the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, the Fruitland boy who has been missing since July 2021. In a status hearing for Wondra, 35, on Monday morning, Judge Brian Lee also vacated a preliminary hearing that had been scheduled for Tuesday, and the case is now listed as closed in Idaho court records. The dismissal of the charge came at the request of the prosecutor's office. KTVB reached out to the prosecutor's office after Monday's hearing, but has not heard back. Fayette County prosecuting attorney Michael Duke on Friday filed a motion to drop the charge against Wondra, stating that based on the evidence, the Idaho Supreme Court's 2018 ruling in State v. Atkins may be a defense in the case. The motion was for dismissal without prejudice, meaning that if the motion is granted, the prosecutor may still refile charges against Wondra in connection to the Vaughan case. Now that is key also, guys. That does not mean she's getting off here. They're not saying that she's innocent. They're just saying we're dropping these charges right now. The text of the motion to dismiss does not go into specifics about the evidence or other circumstances in the Wondra case. In the 2018 Atkins case referenced in the motion, the Idaho Supreme Court upheld the dismissal of a charge of failure to report a death on a constitutional issue, specifically the Fifth Amendment. The court determined that the defendant would have incriminated herself by, quote, effectively, unquote, admitting to her commission of the state's charge of destroying evidence if she had complied with the law about reporting a death to law enforcement and the county coroner. Wondra was arrested in November 2022 after Fruitland Police said investigators had determined she may have known about Michael's death and failed to report it. Investigators searched the home of Sarah and Stacy Wondra and excavated the backyard outside the home on Red Wing Street. Police said they had received a tip that Michael's remains might be there, but the search did not turn up any sign of the boy. Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff said on December 1st, 2022, that police believed Michael's remains were buried there, but later moved. The case against Wondra was on hold for about 4 months when the court found her mentally unfit and ordered her to undergo treatment in the custody of the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. The commitment order was terminated on March 27th, and the proceedings in the case resumed. Wondra still faces charges of aggravated assault, destruction of evidence, and possession of a controlled substance in connection with an April 13th, 2022 incident that's not related to the Vaughan case. A status conference and preliminary hearing are scheduled for April 24th and 25th, respectively. The Fruitland Police Department said the dismissal in the Wondra case would not change the course of the investigation into the disappearance of Michael Vaughan, who was 5 years old when he was reported missing July 27, 2021, from his family's neighborhood near Southwest 9th Street. The Fruitland Police Department asks anyone with information to call 208-452-3110 or email findmichael@fruitland.org, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 208-343-COPS or on the web at 343cops.com. While hearing that Sarah's charge for failure to report a death was dropped today, and it does feel like a punch to the gut in getting justice for Michael, rethinking and thinking pretty hard, I'm thinking to myself, Fruitland and this DA's office has been all in on finding Michael and getting justice for him and being there for Brandy and Tyler and the family. So we have to believe this is in the best interest of this investigation. But like I said, at the out front, hearing that the charges are dropped, you instantly want to go, what the hell? But we need to remember, this has been sadly a long and it seems very long, and for us it seems long, and I know for Brandy and Tyler and the rest of the family it seems completely arduous. However, they have never, Fruitland Police, as well as that state attorney's office there in Fruitland, they have been completely right behind Brandy and Tyler during this entire investigation of this case. I have to believe they have their reasons for dropping this charge without prejudice. See, again, that to me is also a key. Like I said when I was reading the article, that's a key point, because they could come back anytime and drop that charge right on Sarah's lap. That does not mean she's not connected in some way to Michael's disappearance. That doesn't mean that at all. Maybe they're hoping she'll drop some key information on her husband or ex-husband Stacy. I'm not sure if they're still together or not, and honestly, I don't really care, because I'm all in it for Michael, not them. Or maybe it has to do with Sarah and Adrian and Brandon, because I believe Brandon and Adrian, they have more knowledge of this case than either one of them is willing to admit. They have more to say, and they're just not going to talk, because obviously they got some guilty conscience there. So just because Sarah's going to be able to temporarily, that's what I'm calling it, temporarily walk on this charge and get it taken off her current pending charges, that does not mean she's home free. So I think that Fruitland Police, and for all we know, the FBI are going to be keeping a good eye on her if she does happen after all these other charges, because she's still in jail on these other charges she's going to be going to court for later this month. So they're going to be keeping a good eye on her, see if she makes contact with Stacy or Brandon or Adrian, or God forbid someone else that we're not aware of. But again, I have to trust Fruitland Police and this entire case, these investigators who've been working on this case tirelessly since Monkey disappeared in July of 2021, that they're going to do the right thing. And I really do fully believe that they are. So I'm going to continue to pray for Monkey, as I always do. And I always pray for Brandy and Tyler and the kids and all the entire family. So let's keep our heads up and let's keep sharing this beautiful face. Because it doesn't matter about Sarah. It doesn't matter about Stacy or Adrian or Brandon. You know what matters is this boy on the screen right here. That's what we're here for. We're here to get justice for him and to bring Monkey home. I don't care who's involved. I just want Monkey to come home. And the rest of it will all fall into place. So let's continue to share his beautiful, sweet face and be supportive and be there for Brandy and Tyler and the family, and do the one thing that Brandy has always asked from the beginning: share Michael's face. Alright guys, that's all I've got for this one. Again, you guys know, as soon as we get more updates on Michael's case, I try to get them out within, if not that same day, the next day. I'm always right on this sweet boy's case. Always. He is one that I plan on being all the way to the end. I will never give up on Michael. Never. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.